Cairo, Egypt, June 2009.
If we choose to be bound by the past, we will never move forward.
When President Obama spoke to the Muslim world, it was young people like these whom I met in Afghanistan that he was trying to reach.
And I want to particularly say this to young people of every faith, in every country. You, more than anyone, have the ability to reimagine the world.
You know the new American president?
Yeah, we have heard about his name.
Barack Obama.
Barack Obama, yeah.
He said he wants a new relationship with the Muslim world, with the Islamic world. What do you think of that?
I think it's good.
This relationship should be forever. We want also that Afghanistan would be in higher position like other countries, like America.
Do you think Afghanistan has a good future?
Yeah, I know, because America is helping.
Mefar's positive impression of the United States was shared by an overwhelming 84% of the people here. That was 4 years ago. Now it's dropped nearly in half.
One major reason?
The alarming rise in civilian deaths as the United States confronts the Taliban.
This is where I found her body. Yesterday, I buried a leg.
This man lost 10 members of his immediate family when an American bomb fell in the middle of his home. U.S. airstrikes aimed at Taliban fighters leveled his village. It's the single worst civilian casualty case of the war so far. The U.S. can pay up to $2,000 for each person killed. But the money seems inadequate in the face of such grief.
If the foreign forces gave me the whole world, it wouldn't replace my son.
Last year, 828 people were killed by American or pro-government forces. The mounting anger over the death toll has reached the Pentagon, where I spoke to the chairman of the Joint Chiefs of Staff, Admiral Mike Mullen. People are very angry about the aerial bombardments that you say gets the militants, they say kills their civilians.
Yeah, I accept that. For every Afghan civilian we kill, we back up. We can't move forward if we keep doing that.
In June, the Pentagon announced major restrictions on airstrikes. Admiral Mullen believes that, along with the push to build schools and rebuild damaged towns, can turn the war around. You've been quoted that we're not winning in Afghanistan. Do you still believe that?
Yes.
Can you win?
Yes. I said we are not winning there, but we can. And I really believe that we can win this.
America, Afghanistan, the Arab world, either all of us rise together or all of us fall together.
White House advisor Ibu Patel says that in this fight, poverty may be an even greater obstacle than the Taliban.
I think we have to recognize that many of these young Muslims around the world are facing the absolute harshest situations imaginable. To wake up hungry and to not know where your next meal is coming from, we have to help do something about that.
When we come back, a boy finds a little happiness in a city where it's hard to come by. It's rush hour, and 13-year-old Anwar darts to work through downtown traffic in Kabul. Today, he might earn $1, waving incense over drivers to smoke out the evil eye. When it's not raining, Anwar shines shoes.
This brush is for polish, this one for coloring, this one for red shoe polish, this one for black, and this one to get the dust off.
With a father too ill to work, Anwar is his family's sole supporter. He never has any time for fun, but today he's about to have some. This is Skateistan, a program that lets children just be children and gives them a break from their bleak lives. It's the brainchild of a young Australian named Oliver Perkovich.
All of the kids that are on the street virtually have no time for any sort of recreation whatsoever because they're working the whole time from really early age. Have you skated before? No. You've never skateboarded before? You're picking up very fast. So jump on and do tic-tac, tic-tac.
Anwar's a quick study. Imagine what he might have done at school if he hadn't had to drop out to help feed his family.
From the bottom of my heart, I'd like to go back to school. Is there anything better? I want a skill, and I want to learn how to read.
They're looking for a new identity. They don't particularly see the same things the way that their parents do. They're not as biased towards foreigners or towards foreign influences. They want new opportunities for themselves, and the way to reach them is through recreation, is through sport, is through music, things that we all have in common.
Sharing what we all have in common with young Muslims here might be the best way of winning them over, according to White House advisor Ibu Patel.
There is a perception amongst Muslims and young Muslims out there that America sees them as the enemy, as a pest, as terrorists or potential terrorists.
Right. I think the first thing is to say, we do not see you as the enemy. I think the second thing is to say, we have common goals. And a common goal is to create a world where people have opportunity to grow, to prosper.
Yet, nearly everywhere we turned in Afghanistan, these children are on the ropes because of poverty. Anwar clings to the dream of an education. So far, his only outlet is a skateboard, but it is a small opening to a larger world.
I thought it was just play, but then my friend said to come and play and you will learn.
It's the first day of school for Nassim, the young boy we met at the beginning of our journey. He's finally getting his chance at a future. His uncle has agreed to take care of him and not to force him to go to work, as long as Nassim promises to be good. Both have signed a contract.
I promised my uncle that every morning I'll go to school, do all my assignments, and have a good future.
A good future. It doesn't seem like too much for a child to ask. A future that Greg Mortensen, the American who's helped educate so many Afghans, still believes is possible.
Perhaps this is a moment of darkness in this country's history, but I think what education does is it gives people hope. And there's a Persian proverb that says, when it is dark, you can see the stars. And those stars, I think, are education.